You think you know what a prison looks like from the inside. You have seen the movies, the orange suits, the angry guards, but Hollywood lies to you. The inside is not just a building with locked doors. It is a fully functioning city surrounded by concrete and barbed wire. It has its own economy, its own rules, and its own government. The guards don't run this city, the gangs do. If you try to survive alone, you will fail. You must join the system. Welcome to the Concrete Hotel. Level 1. The Fish. You are 22 years old, and the heavy bus stops at the gates. You step out, chained to a man you don't know. The air smells like bleach and old sweat. You are terrified, but you cannot show it. Predators look for fear. Fear makes you a target. You were put into a cell block with 100 other men. You have no affiliation. You are a nobody. On your first day in the yard, a group approaches you. They look like you. They come from your neighborhood. The leader asks you who you run with on the streets. You give them a name. It checks out. They offer you a seat at their table in the cafeteria. This is not kindness. This is a test. If you sit anywhere else, the other groups will test you. The rules are simple. Never look at another man's tray. Never reach across the table. Never show disrespect. Later that week, an older member drops a folded magazine on your bunk. There is something heavy and sharp hidden inside the pages. Hold on to this tool, he says. You don't ask questions. If the guards find it, you get 30 days in solitary. If you refuse to hide it, the group will handle you permanently. You hide it. You are now part of the machine. Level 2. The Mule. 6 months inside, you have proved you can keep a secret. Now they need you to work. The inside economy runs on packages, cell phones, tobacco, and the inventory. The guards confiscate it, but it always comes back. Your job is transportation. You have visits from a female friend. She brings a small package hidden in a potato chip bag. In the visiting room, the camera turns away for exactly 3 seconds. That is all the time you have. You take the package and you swallow it. It is incredibly painful. You cannot breathe properly, but you smile and finish the visit. You walk back to your cell block past the metal detectors. The detector doesn't beep for plastic wrap. You spend the next 2 days in your cell, waiting. When the package finally passes, you wash it in the small steel sink. You deliver it to the block captain. In return, you receive a carton of cigarettes. Cigarettes are gold. You use them to buy better food and a warm blanket. You are valuable to the group now. But it is a massive risk. If a package opens inside your stomach, you will not wake up. But in this environment, risk is the only currency. Level 3. The Soldier. You are 25. You have proved your loyalty. You're taken to a cell at night. A man has a makeshift tattoo machine made from a Walkman motor and a guitar string. He inks the gang symbol on your chest. The pain is sharp, but the ink is permanent. You are officially patched in. You're a soldier now. This means you enforce the rules. The economy only works if people pay their debts. A guy on Tier 2 owes your group for 10 packs of noodles and 3 phone calls. He says he will pay next month. Your captain tells you to handle the problem. You wait in the shower room. There are no cameras there. The water masks the sound. When the debtor walks in, you confront him. You don't use words. You use the metal tool you were given on day 1. You send him to the infirmary with a sharp lesson. You leave the shower before the guards arrive. The debtor survives, but he learns his lesson. More importantly, everyone else on the block learns the lesson. Nobody misses a payment after that. You earn immense respect from your captain. Your cell gets a small television. You eat real meat smuggled from the kitchen. You are comfortable, but your hands are permanently dirty. Level 4. The Shot Caller. You are 35. You have spent a decade inside. The old boss is transferred to another prison. You step up. You now control the entire cell block. 200 men answer to you. You no longer hold the metal tools yourself. You point a finger, and younger soldiers do the work. Your daily life is pure management. You control the flow of the inventory coming from the corrupt guards. You set the prices for the entire block. A smuggled smartphone costs $1,000 on the outside, but inside, you sell it for $5,000. The money doesn't come in cash, it is wired to bank accounts on the outside. Your family on the streets becomes wealthy. You organize a system of taxes. Every hustle on your block gives you a 20% cut. If someone runs a gambling ring, you get paid. If someone makes alcohol in their toilet, you get a taste. But with management comes politics. You have to keep the peace. If your soldiers cause too much chaos, the guards will lock down the block. A lockdown means no movement, no visits, and no business. Business must flow. You hold court in the corner of the yard. Men come to you with disputes. You act as a judge. You are respected, feared, and incredibly wealthy in a place where money is invisible. But you are a manager in a company you can never leave. Level 5, the ambassador. You are 42. You control more than just your block. You are the face of your organization for the entire facility. Prison yards are heavily segregated by race and geography. The tension is always high. A single spark can ignite a massive riot. A riot is bad for everyone. It stops the money. Your job is diplomacy. You walk into the yard during recreation time. You meet with the shot caller of the rival faction. You don't fight, you play chess. While moving pawns, you negotiate territory. Who controls the kitchen? Who controls the laundry? You draw invisible borders on the concrete. You also negotiate with the administration. You meet privately with the warden. The warden needs the prison to run quietly to keep his job. You need the guards to look the other way during deliveries. It is a mutually beneficial agreement. You promise no violence in the cafeteria. In exchange, your cells get fewer random inspections. You are a politician in a concrete suit. But diplomacy is fragile. If an unsanctioned fight breaks out, you must order a severe correction. You must show the other factions that you are in control. You shake hands with enemies, knowing they want your territory. Level 6, the council member. You are 50. You are in the upper echelon. You no longer manage a single prison. You manage the state. You sit on a council of 3 or 4 men. The guards barely speak to you. They know your power. You live in a private, high-security block. You communicate through coded letters smuggled by corrupt lawyers. These letters direct operations on the streets outside. A rival cartel in the city is taking your territory. You sit in your cell, thousands of miles away. You write a single sentence on a piece of paper. The garden needs weeding. You hand it to your attorney during a legal visit. 2 days later, a warehouse on the outside burns down. You pull strings like a puppet master in a concrete box. The organization brings in millions, and you direct the investments. Real estate, legal businesses, offshore accounts. You are a CEO operating from a maximum security cage. But the feds are always watching. They build massive RICO cases, listening to every whisper. If a captain on the outside makes a mistake, the trail leads to you. So you must be ruthless. If you suspect an informant, you order them removed. No hesitation. The organization is bigger than any single life. You are an untouchable king, ruling an empire of dirt. Level 7. The end. The feds finally build their case. You are transferred to a federal supermax facility, ADX Florence, the Alcatraz of the Rockies. This is where the organization cannot reach. You are placed in a soundproof concrete box. You spend 23 hours a day alone. The furniture is made of poured concrete, so you cannot move it. There is a single slip window, 4 inches wide. It shows only a patch of empty sky. You cannot see the ground. You are stripped of all your power, all your influence. The guards deliver food through a small slot in the heavy steel door. You have no cellmates, no gang, no politics. You are completely disconnected from the empire you built. Your letters are heavily monitored and censored. The silence is absolute. It rings in your ears. Many men lose their minds here, screaming at the walls. But you endure. You exercise, you read, you pace the tiny floor. You wait for a release date that says, life. You will never walk on grass again. Back in your old prison, a new block boss steps up. He takes your bed, he takes your territory. The concrete hotel continues operating without you.